If you guys want the fastest way to improve your aim, get some Control Freaks for cheap. Use code GOBLIN for 10% off and improve your aim today. Link in the description. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best way to get these free DLC weapons, aka the Sten, the GPMG, as well as the Cod Ww2 and the Trench Knife and the Ice Pick. All of the new weapons into Call of Duty World War II for this Winter Siege event. I'm going to give you guys ways to get them for free and ways to do it fast through certain contracts. A lot of stuff to talk about today. If you guys could drop a like on this video, I'd appreciate that. Let's go for 2,000 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. And let's talk about this. So I've mentioned this before, how basically through this winter event, there's no reason to actually put your money out on the line and buy supply drops because they've made it available for free to everyone. And how you do this is there's contracts to get these weapons for free that are constantly cycling through under Major Howard, who is the man in the cave for those people who don't really, aren't really good with names. Major Howard is the guy in the cave, and whenever you walk up to him, he has new contracts every day, every week, as well as at the bottom, a special order contract, which I've talked about before. I'm sure most of you guys probably know that by now. And essentially what it does is it cycles through all of the weapons. So for the melee weapons, it's 30. Once you activate that contract, you have to then complete that. And then once that's done, you can wait for the cycle of the next weapon you want. So I would order the weapons in order of what I want and what I think is the most important to get the contracts done first. Sten probably first, then the LMG, then the Cod Ww2, and then both of the melee weapons. And as far as how those contracts go, for any of the actual weapons, the ranged weapons, you have to complete 50 multiplayer matches, not necessarily a win or a loss, but just complete the match. As well as for the melee weapons, they're 35, so of course a little bit easier for those. And basically, people have been signing up for these contracts, but the thing is that it does take a while to do these contracts, of course, because you can't really play 50 matches in a day. So I'm going to give you guys the best way, as well as a glitch way that people are completing these contracts and getting these free DLC weapons for free with this glitch. So essentially, what you can do, and I'll talk about the glitch first, but first of all, I want to say that, I don't know if they will ban people for this glitch. I'm not saying to do it. I'm just, informing you guys of how people are doing this. Basically, when you load into a gun game as of right now, gun game is a game that is featured under the featured playlist. It's double XP. It just came out this Friday. And essentially, when you load into gun game, you don't have to pick a class. You don't have to click anything to spawn in. And it also apparently will not kick you for inactivity, at least for a couple of matches. And how people are doing this is people are just basically sitting there and, maybe playing on their phone or leaving their game on, going to get a snack or something like that, and just sitting in the gun game and basically letting the matches complete because you don't have to click anything on your controller. And even if they implement, this is an issue they had with the Black Ops 3 as well, is even if they are to implement some sort of way to kick people for inactivity, people will just attach like a rubber band to their controller around the thumbstick and make them spin in a circle so they won't be kicked for inactivity. This is a problem gun game has had traditionally. Now, of course, people doing this method, and I'm not condoning doing this method, I'm just, letting you guys know, I'm not sure if this is bannable or what they're going to do to try to fix this, but this is like the most popular glitch going around right now. People are just sitting there and the matches go by really fast if they are gun game. And of course, you might die maybe 8 or 10 times. You'll also take a loss. But for people that don't really care about their win-loss or their KD, they just leave that on and they're going through and completing these contracts and basically farming out free DLC weapons by doing that method. And that's the glitch going around for how people are getting all of the winter DLC weapons for free. Now, that is definitely some sort of an exploit or a glitch or whatever, so I'm not sure how that works on terms of service. As far as the best ways to complete this contract legitimately, there is a couple of ways. Now, of course, it's about completing 50 multiplayer matches, right? So if you think about it logically, you want to do the game modes that end the fastest, and of course, that would be gun game, free-for-all, or TDM. So if you actually do want to play and complete these contracts, legit, so there's no chance of you getting banned or punished for this, definitely that's the way to do it. If you are a fan of gun game, if you play gun game and you really just play the game and play the matches out, they are only about 3 to 5 minutes each, and boom, by completing those multiplayer matches, you can literally get 15 or so done in an hour, maybe somewhere around 10 to 15 in an hour, and eventually complete those contracts in maybe 3 to 6 hours. So you can technically do a contract a day by doing this, of course, and that's how you're able to get these DLC weapons. Now, the other thing with these contracts, with the special order ones, is you can only have one active at a time. So right now, I'm still working on my Sten contract, and after that, I'm gonna wait until I see the LMG contract, because they cycle every single day with a new one every day. I'm not sure the exact order that it goes in, but I think it goes melee weapon, it goes the melee weapons, then the Sten, and then it goes, just keeps going, and then it does the GP. I'm not really sure. I'm just, haven't been studying it profoundly, but I'm pretty sure there is some sort of algorithm to it. And I'm guessing this is going to last until the end of this winter event, which essentially doesn't end until January 2nd, I believe. Now, as far as other ways to complete contracts fast and to get these winter supply drops, I want to talk about it, because we're in the second week of the winter event right now. And as far as the weekly orders, every single way, basically how they changed it is that these winter supply drops, while you can get those weapons for free from the Major Howard, to get all your winter gear, and of course there's some cool hats, some cool outfits, and also special variants of the weapons. By completing the contracts, you only get the base variant of the DLC weapon. You don't actually get the winter epics or heroics. You just get the base one of the Sten or whatever. So the new weekly orders for this week right now are to get 250 kills on winter maps with Airborne Division or Mountain Division. Well, both of them, I guess. And that gives you a winter supply drop each of those, which is cool. But honestly, I don't think those are the best. Like, you can do those, activate those, and do them passively. But the best ways is that there are daily orders, and basically this is through the quartermaster. I believe these daily orders, the daily orders are through Major Howard. The contracts are through the quartermaster, but the daily orders are very, very simple, and these all grant you some sort of winter supply drop rewards or armory credits. And what they are for this week right now is to place in the top three 3 times in gun game, get a multi-kill in gun game. Those are the ones that are going to be your daily orders, which are going to reward you with some sort of winter supply drop, and these are going to cycle every single day. So place in the top 3 in gun game, and then the next day get a multi-kill in gun game. Those are going to go through every single day. So they're really trying to push this gun game, and that's so you can get yourself a free winter supply drop every single day. As well as the other thing that I would definitely recommend is the contracts that you can sign up through the quartermaster for. I definitely recommend doing these. Now, for the first half of this week, so this will be up until Monday, and also on Monday they give everyone a free winter supply drop, so make sure to log in. Well, the contracts they have are get 70 kills in gun game over 60 minutes, get 55 kills in TDM over 60 minutes, and get 55 kills in DOM over 60 minutes. Now, these contracts are all fairly easy. They've sort of dumbed them down because the contracts through the quartermaster were fairly difficult, but for this winter event, they've sort of made them a lot easier, and these all grant you a winter supply drop, and these are going to be pretty much every single day, right? So by doing this stuff, you can easily earn yourself 3 to 5 winter supply drops a day by doing this for free, as well as whatever other commons and rares you're just earning naturally. So 70 kills in gun game in 60 minutes, that's, if you average that out, very, very easy. That's like a kill a minute or something like that. Same with the TDM and same with the DOM. I definitely recommend buying into these, even though they do cost like 150, 250 armory credits. It's definitely worth it. And for the latter half of this week, from Monday to Thursday, the 3 ones on the contracts are going to get 45 kills in any game mode over 40 minutes, get 13 headshots in any mode over 40 minutes, and get 75 kills in DOM over 30 minutes. So that last one's a little more difficult, but these are still fairly simple to do. One thing about these is once you buy into it, the time starts ticking as soon as you're in a match. So don't go ahead and buy the contract for domination, and then your buddy invites you and you play search and destroy. You're going to be basically losing out on that. You need to buy the contract, go complete that, buy the next one, go complete that. And it does sort of take some discipline, but this is definitely the best way to farm up these DLC weapons. People are doing glitches, people are getting them legitimately, and also get yourself winter supply drops, which basically gives you 1 winter reward as well as 2 normal things from a rare supply drop. And that's the best way people are getting these free DLC weapons as well as all of this different winter gear. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Basically, I think this winter event overall is pretty good for the simple fact that they're really doing what we've asked them to do. And IW did it too, and I don't think they get enough credit for this, but basically they're making it so it's not pay to win. You don't have to buy supply drops. The people that play the game the most are going to get every single DLC weapon for free, and a bunch of winter supply drops. And this game, honestly, the supply drop system, as of right now, I'm going to say, because they could change a lot of stuff, it's fairly good, and it definitely goes towards the player bases. I know there was a guy in IW that was like top of the leaderboards, and he had like every single variant in the game. And when I went into his live stream, I asked him, how'd you get all that stuff? And he said, I didn't spend any money on supply drops. I just play the game all day, every day. And I think that's sort of how in Black Ops 3, although they did the best with DLC and DLC weapons, it was you really had to buy the supply drops. You really couldn't earn them at a proper rate until later in the game's life cycle, like the second year when they started doing all of those triple play bribes, contracts, the 75 wins, all those sort of different guaranteed weapon contracts. That was pretty cool. But as far as these games, if you shouldn't have to buy supply drops as of right now. If you play the game, you can get any weapon you want. You can get any variant you want. And I definitely think the game is in a good space as far as the supply drop system. And I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about that. At least it's in a fair space right now. And it's just kind of weird how they did all these DLC weapons drop in on the same day and over a winter event. So I'm guessing we won't get new DLC weapons until after this event, so after January 2nd. But which is kind of a shame. Only one DLC weapon drop in December, but definitely a lot more stuff is going to be coming out. It's going to be interesting how they keep up with the supply drop system. But this is basically every secret you need to know as of right now. Drop a like on this thing. 2,000 likes would be awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and sub for Cookie and Don't Lookie. And I'm out. Peace.